Imagine waking up one morning and the world just feels wrong. Not broken, not silent, but subtly off. The internet, once a vibrant hub of human connection and chaos, now feels like a meticulously curated ghost town. Everything is too perfect, too repetitive. This isn't a sci-fi movie. This is the dead internet theory. A chilling idea that suggests the internet, as we knew it, died years ago. It claims that a vast majority of what we see online, the accounts, the comments, the content, isn't real. It's generated by bots, algorithms, and artificial intelligence. And we, the remaining humans, are simply wandering through a digital graveyard, talking to shadows. This isn't just about spam accounts. It's about a fundamental shift in the very fabric of our online existence. So how did we get here? When did the internet die? And perhaps more importantly, are we still alive within it? To understand the death, we must first revisit the life. The early internet was a wild west. Clunky, slow, but gloriously human. Every typo, every awkward post, every bizarre niche community was real. It was a reflection of us, in all our messy, authentic glory. There was no algorithm dictating what you saw, no endless scroll of perfectly optimized content. But like all ecosystems, the internet grew, evolved, and eventually faced its predators. The turning point, according to the theory, came around 2016. This was the year that AI and machine learning took a monumental leap forward, and crucially, the year that social media platforms began to prioritize engagement above all else. A perfect storm was brewing, one that would change the very nature of our digital reality. But where did this unsettling idea truly begin? The dead internet theory isn't new. It's a concept that simmered in the darker corners of the web, on fringe forums and obscure message boards, long before it went mainstream. Its proponents point to a series of escalating digital anomalies, starting around the mid-2000s. One of the earliest and most cited pieces of evidence is the noticeable decline in authentic user-generated content. Think about the sheer volume of unique blogs, personal websites, and niche forums that once thrived. Many have either vanished or been replaced by generic, algorithm-driven content farms. Then there's the undeniable rise of bot accounts. Not just for spam, but for sophisticated social engineering. These bots aren't simply commenting, they're interacting, debating, shaping narratives, and even influencing public opinion on a massive scale. They create a deceptive sense of activity, making us believe there are more real people engaging than there actually are. The uncanny repetition in online discourse is another red flag. Have you noticed how often the same phrases, jokes, or even arguments circulate? Sometimes it feels like we're not participating in a conversation, but rather observing an algorithmically orchestrated echo chamber. This phenomenon is rooted in what we call algorithmic homogeneity. When every platform prioritizes the same metrics, velocity, engagement, and predictability, the output inevitably becomes uniform. The most complex and nuanced human thoughts are filtered out because they take too long to process. Only the simple, viral, and easily replicable content survives. The algorithms, in their pursuit of efficiency, have become a digital meat grinder, crushing originality into a stream of identical, palatable mush. This system doesn't just promote popular ideas. It creates the illusion of popular ideas. We are constantly shown what the bots and the algorithms want us to believe is the consensus, leading to the rise of fake consensus. You might feel alone in a viewpoint, not because you are, but because your digital community has been replaced by a phantom audience designed to silence dissent through sheer overwhelming repetition. And what about the sheer volume of identical bland stock photos, AI-generated art, and generic news articles that flood our feeds? It's as if uniqueness itself has become a rarity, replaced by an optimized, predictable sameness designed to capture attention, not inspire thought. The proponents of the dead internet theory argue that these aren't isolated incidents. They are symptoms of a deeper systemic change. So if the internet is indeed dying or dead, what exactly killed it? The answer is complex, but it boils down to three powerful forces: money, control, and the relentless pursuit of engagement by algorithms. Firstly, money. Every click, every view, every share on a social media platform translates into advertising revenue. The more active a platform appears, the more advertisers it attracts. If real human engagement isn't enough to sustain growth, then artificial engagement becomes a necessary, albeit insidious, substitute. Bots don't sleep, they don't get bored, and they don't demand payment. They are the perfect, infinitely scalable, unpaid workforce for the attention economy. They keep the lights on, the numbers rising, and the investors happy. Secondly, control. In an increasingly polarized world, information is power. Algorithms are designed to prioritize content that keeps users scrolling, often by feeding them more of what they already agree with, or by exposing them to sensationalized, emotionally charged material. Bots amplify these trends. They can be deployed to push specific narratives, suppress dissenting opinions, or create artificial consensus. This isn't necessarily a top-down conspiracy by governments, but rather a chaotic battleground where various factions, political groups, corporations, even individual actors deploy their digital armies to shape perception. The internet becomes less of a public square and more of a controlled environment where dissenting voices are drowned out by the noise of synthetic activity. And finally, the algorithms themselves. They are not sentient, but they are incredibly powerful. They learn what keeps us engaged, and then they feed us more of it. Regardless of whether it's genuine, beneficial, or even real, if a bot-generated piece of content gets more likes and shares than a heartfelt human post, the algorithm will promote the bot-generated content. Over time, this creates a feedback loop where the internet becomes increasingly optimized for artificial interaction, pushing authentic human expression to the fringes. The algorithms don't care if the user is real or not, they only care about the metric. And if bots can generate those metrics more efficiently than humans, then the bots will win. If the dead internet theory holds true, the implications are profound, touching on everything from our mental health to the very fabric of democracy. Consider the psychological toll. If we are spending hours each day interacting with phantom accounts and algorithm-driven content, what does that do to our sense of connection? It can amplify feelings of loneliness and isolation. As genuine human interaction becomes harder to find, it creates a distorted mirror of society, making us believe certain views are more prevalent or certain lifestyles are more common than they actually are. The pressure to conform to an artificial norm becomes immense. This leads to a state of digital solipsism. Solipsism is the philosophical idea that only one's own mind is sure to exist. In the digital realm, this means constantly questioning whether anyone else is actually there. Are you posting into a void? Are your connections real? Or are you the last human in the digital room, surrounded by cleverly designed automata? This profound existential doubt is corrosive. When we lose trust in the authenticity of our digital environment, we begin to mistrust everything within it, including our own experience. Furthermore, the death of the human web poses a monumental challenge to future historians. As AI floods the archives with endless synthetic articles, forum posts, and images, how will future generations be able to discern genuine human data from fabricated noise? Our digital history, the chronicle of our present era, is rapidly becoming polluted and unreliable. The future may look back on our current internet as a beautiful, intricate lie. Imagine a historian trying to understand 21st century human culture by analyzing data that is 90% generated by machines designed to manipulate human sentiment. The true voices of our era are being buried under a mountain of algorithmically optimized debris. Then there's the erosion of trust. If we can't tell what's real and what's fake online, how do we make informed decisions? How do we distinguish genuine news from AI-generated propaganda? This is not just a theoretical problem. It's a crisis of information that undermines our ability to understand the world around us. In a dead internet, the concept of objective truth becomes a casualty. And what about the future of creativity and innovation? If AI-generated content becomes the default, will there still be an incentive for humans to create original art, music, or writing? Or will we become mere consumers of an endless, sterile stream of optimized mediocrity? The internet, once a canvas for billions of human voices, risks becoming a factory floor for algorithmic output. So, is the internet truly dead? Or is it simply evolving into something new, something we don't yet fully understand? The truth, as always, is likely somewhere in between. It's undeniable that bots and algorithms play an immense and often overwhelming role in our digital lives. The vibrant, human-driven internet of yesteryear may indeed be a thing of the past. But perhaps the death of the old internet can be the birth of something new. Decentralized platforms, open-source communities, and new technologies like Web3 aim to put power back into the hands of users, not corporations or algorithms. These nascent movements offer a glimmer of hope for a more authentic, human-centric digital future. Crucially, there is a growing counter-movement. Initiatives focusing on enhanced human verification systems and collaborative efforts to label AI-generated content offer a technological defense. But technology alone cannot fix a cultural problem. The ultimate solution lies in a return to the ethos of the early web, the pursuit of genuine niche communities, finding spaces online that prioritize quality, authenticity, and human connection over viral growth and algorithmic efficiency. These digital sanctuaries, though smaller, are where the true, vibrant internet still exists. We must actively seek them out. The dead internet theory serves as a powerful warning. It forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about our relationship with technology, the value of genuine human connection, and the very nature of truth in the digital age. The internet may be undergoing a profound transformation. But whether it's a graveyard of human interaction or the chrysalis of a new digital existence, one thing is clear: we must choose wisely how we engage with it. Because our digital reality, just like our physical one, is ultimately shaped by the choices we make. And the choice to seek out genuine human connection in a world full of artificial noise might be the most revolutionary act of all.